And speaking of the number 12, 12 News is everything Arizona. We're taking you everywhere from A to Z. All this week, we're hanging out in one of our favorite summer spots, the beautiful White Mountains.
Our very own Team 12's Will Pitts grew up there, and this morning he's taking us on a road trip to some of his favorite spots.
So my family moved to northeastern Arizona back in '94 when I was about 12 years old. We moved up to Greer, and if you don't know where Greer is, it's a very, very small town of about 83 permanent residents.
We ran a cabin rental business called River's Edge Resort. I hadn't been back there in years. It's now a family home.
He kept the name. That's awesome. We lived in that house up on the hill, and then my dad and I actually built this one. I think those are still our horseshoe pits. That's crazy. That's still there. This is the reason people come to northern Arizona. If you told anybody that this existed in Arizona, they would think that you were crazy. Most people think that all of Arizona is just desert and cactus, but just a couple of hours outside of Phoenix, it's a whole different world. Welcome to 10,500 feet, and if it sounds like I'm a little out of breath, I am. I'm not used to this anymore, but this is where I learned to ski, right on these runs. Believe it or not, as steep as this is, you can go down this at full speed if you know what you're doing. So this is the site of my first ever job as a reporter. It was called the Apache County Observer, and it covered 2 different counties, and I was the teen reporter. This was it. This was the office. It's long since folded up shop, but this was where everything started. I used to come here every day after school and try to put the paper together, and it was a weekly paper. And of course, right next to here is the movie theater. This is the El Rio. It's one of the oldest movie theaters, I think, in the state. I don't know where else you can find a movie theater that's this old. And it's a great movie theater. So this was my high school, good old Round Valley High School, and the only indoor domed football stadium in Arizona and probably in the country. Not many people head this far away from Phoenix, but it's worth it. It was a great place to live growing up and a great place to come back to. In the White Mountains, William Pitts, 12 News.